afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, Managing Partner with Levinson and Associates. With me today, we have Joseph Loughran, our Marketing Vice President. And then, of course, we have our special guest speaker and our resident Index UL expert, Stephen Johnson. And Steve actually helped develop our IUL sales software system that you're about to see here in just a few minutes. So we're delighted to have Steve on the call. And what's neat about Steve, and I won't take away any of his thunder, but you know, yes, he knows technology like the back of his hand, and he helped develop the software, but he was also an agent out there, just like everybody that's on the call. So, you know, it's important because he understands both sides. You know, they say it's kind of hard to read a label on a jar from inside the jar, and he understands, you know, being outside and inside. So we can all kind of relate to that. So he's going to speak in just a few more minutes about the program, and then me and Joe are going to give you some pointers, some new items that are just released here at Levinson and some things to come. We're very excited about our IUL software program and our IUL portfolio, and we just think, the timing couldn't be any better, especially with the DOL issues that have come to the table, and what looks like annuity sales could be changed dramatically. So, you know, we feel, and obviously we have our own annuity department in-house, but, you know, we all need to look in the mirror and be honest and say, you know, we could see some changes in the forefront, and we feel, and I think all of us agree, that indexed universal life sales, okay, are going to be, and in fact they are today, the place to be for any life insurance agent, okay, especially if you're heavy in the annuity world. IUL is a great product to transition to, great retirement vehicle. So there's a lot of pluses. And one of the most important things, commissions are huge, renewals are very handsome. Everything about Index UL, in my opinion, is a win-win. Our biggest challenge throughout the years was, how do we teach a third bedroom term agent, so to speak, how do we teach them the ins and outs of IUL so they can speak to their clients and prospects intelligently about making an indexed UL sale? And that's been a huge challenge. And you know, it's very easy for agents to run a term quote and sell a 20-year term at $1 million with Banner Life or AIG. That's easy, and yes, commissions are great, everything's wonderful, but it gets a little tricky and a little complicated with IUL. And we want you to be prepared to know the answers to your clients' questions. And we need you to understand, most important is how to present an IUL product and sound intelligent to a prospect. So this software, we believe, is the answer to all of these issues that have come up. So today, fast forward, we feel that any annuity agent or final expense agent or third bedroom term agent can sell indexed UL, and on the average, premiums could be anywhere from $200 a month to thousands of dollars per month on the average. So the money is there to be made. The clients win because they're in a great retirement tax-free product with very little fees, especially compared to a traditional 401k type product. So it's a win-win all the way around. We couldn't be any more excited to present this software package that is free to all active Levinson agents. You will have 4 months to try this out at no charge to you. There's no skin off your back, and we incur all of the charges. So it's a very, very important webinar today. We feel that by the end of today's call, you'll have on how the software works, and you can literally register today and get started. So great stuff to come. We've also tied in some great marketing material so you can start to drip on your prospects and drum up some IUL sales or presentations at the minimum. Okay, so moving forward, right now you're on one of our weekly live webinars. And if you want to see what's coming up and what's new for the week or for the month, just go to kerrylevinson.com. You can look at our webinar calendar, which is updated daily, and you can register for any upcoming webinars that you want to see and be part of. Or you can look at archived webinars, and every single webinar that we've done in the past is recorded, and you can take a look, and this is available any day of the week, any time, so you can sit there for 20, 30 minutes and go over any past trainings that we had. So that's on the archive section. So coming up on the 15th here, 12 p.m. Eastern, is Index Universal Life Design and Illustration Tips. Very important. The next day, on the 16th, 11 a.m., we're going to talk about annuity e-application sales training, and that's basically for selling annuities over the phone. On the 18th, on Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern, we are rolling out one of our brand new carriers. That's Oxford on the life and annuity side. So we're going to talk about all of their sizzle, and you talk about final expense and annuities. They have a great portfolio with some awesome technology, especially for selling over the phone, that I think everybody will be impressed with. So great stuff to come. And keep in mind, we try to pick every week a hot topic or concept or any new carrier that just came to the surface. We want our agents to know the ins and outs of what's going on in our business, so you don't have to go spend hours surfing different websites and chat rooms and forums. Simply log into our webinars or call any one of our 5 marketers here in the office, and of course we will always keep you in the loop with what's hot and what's not in our industry. So moving forward, Joe is going to talk about some new IUL training material that's going to help you make more sales, or even your first sale if you haven't made one yet. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So as everyone on the call will see, like Bill said, I don't want to take too much of Steve's thunder, but he'll be diving into the actual software platform and how to use that tool to close more sales and really interest more people in the whole concept we're going to be diving into. But one thing I want to talk about is, before we even get to that point of having a conversation with the client and really diving into the retirement needs and how Index Universal Life is a great place for them to start, we have to first kind of educate those clients and really find those people to talk to. So we actually found a really, really amazing tool that is a 100% consumer interactive tool that actually not only educates them on Index Universal Life, but as they actually go through the interactive website that is specifically designed just for consumers, they can actually learn about their own retirement saving position and what they can do to kind of change that and help grow for their retirement planning. So I just actually grabbed a couple screenshots from this American General site. We will be emailing it out to everybody at the end of the call, but it's a great way to actually just send clients a quick email, give them the link. They can actually go on there, kind of learn about the future of taxable income and what they can do to combat that rising cost of living. And then based on their answers and what they actually pick and choose as the most important features of this Index Universal Life policy, it actually presents them with a sales video that actually shows them how Index Universal Life is a great fit for what they're trying to do, and it explains all the uses that they can use. So this is really designed for clients to really interact with them. It kind of brings the whole sales solution to a whole new level, really helps engage clients. It's much more attractive to a consumer than just sending them a brochure because, again, it's an interactive experience, which is great because it actually pinpoints the needs of that specific client. So, again, this is really an invaluable tool. We will be sending this out at the end of today's call so everyone can take a look and use that for real-life scenarios. So great stuff there. I do want to kind of just cover real quickly here how this software program that we're making available to all agents work. This is basically, if you were to actually go and try to purchase a software program, it costs just under $500. But of course, for any active Levinson agent, we're actually providing you, like Bill had mentioned, the software program at absolutely no cost. Besides, you actually just pay 1 penny per month to actually get started. But besides that, we do actually cover the cost for you. And then once you write a certain premium amount with Index Universal Life, we actually pay for an additional 12 months at no cost. So I think after you see the presentation, you see how this product actually works, how you can actually use this in a real-life scenario, I think you'll be very impressed, and you really want to get started right away. All agents appointed with one of our IUL carriers right now will actually receive an activation link after today's call. So if you're already appointed, you don't have to do anything extra. You'll receive that email this afternoon. You can go ahead and get started. I will mention that there are some really, really great training videos involved in this product, which will actually help you not only sell to consumers, but also really help you get trained in the platform. It's very important to actually know how to use this tool efficiently, because I think once you see how it works, you'll really be able to understand how you can close more sales and really beat out a lot of the competition, especially when it comes to the Index Universal Life Marketplace.
Okay, thanks, Joe. We're just about to introduce Steve and get started here, but I'm going to mention this slide, and then we'll roll into Steve and his presentation. The training material that also comes with the program, very, very valuable. If you have an iPad or laptop, you can simply pull up your consumer video library and show these 2 or 3 minute video clips. And these are real life scenarios that your client will understand in layman's terms. And it just shows the value of IUL compared to these other investment products and the fees that are associated that most people don't see. So when they look at what kind of tax penalties that are hit with these products and what the withdrawals look like compared to premiums that are put into these products, it shows the IUL is a clear winner in every situation. So this is all great stuff. It's all custom built just for you, and it really helps you and your clients understand the meaning of IUL, and just really helps you understand it even from a black and white term perspective. Okay, so without further ado, our feature presentation today is Steven Johnson, and he's going to dive into our IUL sales software. Steve, you there?
I'm here. Thank you very much for the very nice introduction. I want to thank everybody for showing up here today, and I guarantee I'm going to blow you away. Like they said, I'm an agent. I've been selling for about 13 years. I've gone through the same problems that everybody has, and one of the things that I hate to hear is, you know, this is interesting. Let me think about it. Well, you know what? When you hear that, you're pretty much in a dead deal, without a doubt. By the way, make sure if you're not contracted that you write this number down, because at the end of this presentation, you're going to want to get contracted. Levinson is an awesome, awesome group. They're taking care of all this. And when they talked about, you know, your future, this is the movement that we've seen in IUL sales. So, okay, annuities are great, term is great, but you have a lot of opportunity in there. And a lot of people are worried, oh, it's complicated, I don't think I can do it. I'm going to show you how you can do it because of what we've developed. It's very, very simple. Now, the majority of people that talk with clients about IUL, they will close maybe 10 to 30% of the people that they talk to, and then they go, where am I going to get more leads? Well, if you want to double your income, you don't have to get more people to talk to. You have to close more of the people that you do talk to. And the simple fact is you can do that with this calculator. Why? Because it's easy for the prospect to understand. Simple fact, if they don't understand it, guess what? You're dead in the water. Another fact, math proves the financial advantage. And you want to help people make a decision to purchase. You do not want to sell people. There's not one person on this call that likes a salesman to sell them anything. The smart salesman nowadays helps people understand something. They become an educator. Once somebody understands, now they're making a decision to purchase what you have instead of you trying to sell them. And this is going to be the simplest that you've ever seen. Now, when you do this, the person's decision-making process is based upon 3 different emotions: pain, fear, and pleasure. The pain, they don't know how much they're paying in taxes and fees. The calculator will help point that out. Fear, they have no clue when they could be running out of money. And then, of course, the pleasure. That's what you usually sell right now. Oh, you're going to get tax-free income. You have a tax-free death benefit. There's a huge tax savings and a huge fee savings, and you're never going to run out of income. Well, when you tie all of these three together, that's the trifecta of getting people to say, yes, I'd like to find out more. So in just 15 minutes, you can show mathematically that an IUL is superior. And like I said, nobody wants to be sold. Do not become an insurance salesman. Become an educator, because once they're educated, now they want to purchase what you have available. So we talked about how simple it is, and it truly is simple. In this area, let me pull this little tool I have up here just to help kind of point things out here. So in this area up here at the top, this is where, well, I guess that doesn't work. Let me go to the square rectangle here. So in this area up here, this is where people are going to have this basic information that you're going to put in there. Now what we do is we supply you with sample cases. So what we're looking at right now is a sample case. So if you're talking to somebody that's 38 or 41 in that neighborhood, you could say, hey, you know what, let me show you an example of somebody that's about age 40, real close to you. This person's going to save money all the way up until 65. They're going to start taking income at age 66. We can put in their tax rate, their retirement tax rate, as well as their current plan fees, and then we're going to run these numbers under AG 49. We're going to run these at 6.5%. On this side of the screen, this is like the 401k. On this side right here, this column would be the IUL. And this final column here is where we compare the numbers on a side-by-side basis. So this is basically a Ben Franklin expanded. So we can show them, how much did you pay over your lifetime in taxes? Well, I followed what my CPA said, and I deferred as much money as I could so I could save that $7,000 a year. No, mister, you didn't save $7,000, you postponed those taxes. And by postponing those taxes, you end up paying more taxes. We also are going to show them there's the difference between the IUL taxes, because again, you're paying the taxes up front, the difference between the 20 and the 15,000. We're also going to point out what they pay in fees over their lifetime. There's the fees that the 401k would have paid at the 2% up here in the upper right-hand corner. So over their lifetime, they paid $333,000 in fees. With the IUL, all of the fees. We've actually taken the fees that everybody tries to hide because they had to compete against Dave Ramsey and Susie Orman, telling people that, oh, the IUL fees are expensive. Well, you know what? Not only are they not expensive, we turn those fees into a sales tool. Why? Because you can see with the 401k at just 2%, they're going to save $191,000 in fees. Now, I've got this run up at age 90. Okay, somebody 40 could live to age 90. That's a possibility. Let's move this down to age 85, and we'll just show you how powerful this whole program could actually end up being. So let's go here at 85, and here we go. See, the nice thing about the calculator, this is what changes the page. Well, we don't really truly change the page. We simply change the age, and the age changes all the numbers. So you don't have to pull out a spreadsheet anytime at all now. Everything that you're going to show them is built in. Very, very simple. And you can see right here, where do we get that information? Well, we get it from the illustrations that you run. This is a real illustration. These are all the numbers. You can use any company, and it's very simple to do. And you can see there's the cost, there's the death benefit, etc. So instead of showing something that has a detailed comparison of all those spreadsheets, we don't do that. We just do one simple page and we show people, look, let's go over this information. And the other thing that we do is we want to point out the pain, the fear, and the pleasure. We want to do this all in one simple page. So we're going to show you right now, there's the pain box. Here's the fear, running out of money before they run out of time. And here's the pleasure. What's that? That's the additional tax-free income that they get over their lifetime, as well as the death benefit. Now, along with this, what we have is little pop-ups that are right next to the software at the very top. People need to know what their tax bracket is. They don't know. You have a way to pull it up and show them. You can show them where the taxes have been over the past. And you know what, Mr. Client, do you think taxes are going to go up or down or stay the same? Well, I think they're going to go up. We have a little pop-up over here that says, you know what, according to the debt clock, you're right. We've got $19 trillion in debt, and that doesn't even include the unfunded liabilities in the lower right corner, over $101,000. We also show people the 401k average book. Now, most people have no clue. I'm serious. They have no clue they're paying for 401k fees. But did you know that they truly pay separate fees just to own a 401k? That's right. Now, according to the 401k average book, it's anywhere from 0.8 to almost 2%. But on top of that, where do people put their money? Well, they put it into a mutual fund. Forbes says those mutual fund fees on average are 4%. So 4% plus around 2%, that could be anywhere from 3 to 6%, but we're not going to cause any controversy. We're going to start off very low with just 2%. We also have a little pop-up here that people can show and say, hey, look, here's what this tax-free program did over the past 15 years. And remember, this program doesn't lose any money when the market drops. It locks in the gains each year, so you never have to worry about it. And here's what's happened. This is the numbers over the past 15 years. And we use the true rate of return. That's called the CAGR, the compound annual growth rate, not this phony baloney stuff that you hear from Wall Street, which is the average. Average may be right mathematically, but it's not the true rate of return. So now you've got all these great little pop-ups. You've got a calculator. You're showing them an example of somebody else. And at the beginning of the conversation, you just ask them 3 questions. You think taxes are going to go up or down in the future? Almost everybody says up. I've only had one person in the past 3 years that said they thought taxes were going to go down. You talk to them about fees, and you talk to them about the rate of return, and then you show them this calculator. So let me move this age all the way down to age 40. So at age 40, this person's putting away $20,000 into their 401k, tax deferred. If you subtracted the taxes, they'd have $15,000 to put into the IUL. The IUL at 6.5% is going to produce about $79,000 of income. Well, guess what? The 401k is going to have to produce the same amount of income, about $79,000. Here's where the problem comes in, though. Remember, this is tax deferred. So they've got to take out $106,000, pay $26,000 in taxes to get the same net spendable income. Believe me, that's what people care about. That's what makes the difference. So at the end of the first year, after they put away the $20,000 with the growth minus the fees, if that person died, they've got $20,000. But the wife says, I want a full distribution. She's got to pay back the taxes. So she would only get $15,600. Well, that's not too hot, right? Again, this is just year 1. Well, with the IUL, not year 1, not at the end of 1 year, but the day they signed their contract, they have a death benefit of over $398,000 right here. So if we took this 15 minus the 398, they have a true death benefit financial advantage, the end of the very first day, of over $382,000. And they only paid $426 in fees on their 401k at that 2%. But let's watch what happens. Let's jump up 10 more years. Now look, their fees are over $32,000. The IUL fees are only $25,000, so there's already a savings. Now, I didn't point this out. Again, we're going to raise the taxes because everybody thinks they're going to go up. We're going to change the fees because they're really going to be paying somewhere between 2 to 4%. And most people have not made 6% over the past 15 years. They've actually only made about 2%. But we're going to move those after we go through a quick presentation. So at this point, yeah, the IUL is still blowing that 401k out of the water. Let's go up 10 more years. We still have $425,000 death benefit advantage. They're still running out of money at 76. Let's just take this all the way up to age 85. That's what people think they'll live to. So at age 85, look at this. They ran out of money at 76. The IUL is still producing income at 85. It'll produce income all the way up until the day they pass. The difference between what they took home, so they ran out of money at 76, they only took home $903,000. They paid $333,000 in fees to Wall Street. This is the pain that they don't even know about. I'm telling you, when they see $333,000, that came where? That came out of the money they saved up. So Wall Street got $300,000 of their money. The IUL is only $129,000, $200,000 savings in fees, $171,000 in tax savings. They took home $692,000 of additional income, and if they died at 85, they'd have a $474,000 tax-free death benefit. Now, do you think that this looks a little bit better than running out of money at 76? Heck yeah, it definitely does. But remember, we asked these people, do you think taxes are going to go up or down or remain the same? And they say, well, I think they're going to go up. Okay, so if they're in the 25% tax bracket, what do you think after 25 years that tax bracket could be? And they say, well, I think that could be 35%. Watch age 76. Watch the 691. I hit enter. And now look, because taxes went up 10%, you're now running out of money at 74. We've provided over $800,000 of additional tax-free income, additional, and look at this, you still have a death benefit. Now what if, as we showed you, you've got a 1.5% and maybe a 3% fee? Well, you know what, let's just take this at 3.5%. So you find out, and by the way, the U.S. government passed a law a couple years ago that mandates that your people that own a 401k can call up their 401k administrator and find out how much they're paying in fees. It's a law. So what if at 3%, 3.5%, watch age 74 and the 821, well, if they're paying 3.5%, now they're out of money at 71, and we provided $1 million of additional income. See, look at this. They only took home $539,000. Look at their fees. $417,000. You really want to get somebody's blood boiling, point this out. You're running out of money at 71. You've given them $400,000 of the money you saved up over your lifetime. That's like what? 50, 70% of the money that you took home, you paid out in fees versus 129. We're $1 million of additional income and a death benefit. But here's one more fact. The simple thing is, when people retire, guess what? They move their money out of risk. Who's going to leave it in the market? They're going to put it somewhere safe. Well, they only made 2%. If they move it somewhere safe from age 40 to 60, maybe safe would be a money market or a CD or a savings account paying what? 0.5%, 1%? So what if the lifetime return, instead of 6.5%, what if it was only 5.5%? You ready? Oh my goodness, look at this. Now they're running out of money at age 70. We're $1.1 million better, plus a death benefit. But you know what? And I've had people say, but Steve, there's a lot of people that get a company match. Here's the employer match. Now I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to put an employer match of $10,000 in here. When I hit enter, I mean, you think of this, $10,000 for 25 years. You would think that would blow your 401k up and make it really look great, but watch this. Oh my goodness, $10,000, that gave them what, 3, 4 years of additional income if they make 5.5%? Now they're going, what? You know what, this IUL is pretty interesting. I've got more money, I have a tax-free death benefit, and this $10,000, it's kind of like crack cocaine. Oh yeah, we're going to give you free money. Really? That sounds great, doesn't it? $10,000 a year. It added on 4 years. It's subject to risk. They're still paying high taxes. They're still paying high fees. And okay, it gave them an extra 3 years. Would you leave your money at risk in the market, or would you rather have something that's going to provide you a lifetime income that's tax-free and have a death benefit? That's how powerful this calculator is. And I'm telling you, if you can't sell an IUL with this, you better consider if you're in the right line of work. I'm telling you, the people that use this, are doubling and tripling their sales because of this trifecta effect. Fear, pain, and pleasure. Those are the items that get people to make a choice to do something and find out, instead of just saying, well, you know what, I don't know about this. So what do you get with this? What is Levinson helping you do? Again, it's called TAC, the Total Advantage Calculator and Sales System. We show the pain, the fear, and the pleasure. We compare the taxes, the fees, and the income and the death benefit all on one simple page. It's a simple side-by-side, apples-to-apples comparison. We're using math. We're not just selling somebody. You can compare an IUL and a 401k or 403b or any type of qualified plan. You can compare a non-qualified plan if somebody's got a bunch of cash sitting in their savings account and they don't want to put it into the market because they're worried we're going to hit another market crash in the future. You also have what's called the retirement ready or not screen, where you can hide part of the calculator and then sit there and talk to them about what's happening in their personal account. Just like they said, we have videos that you can show to your client because you want to verify and validate. You don't want to sell. Verification and validation is when you show somebody something from a third-party independent that they know and trust and they believe in. Steve Kroft from CBS 60 Minutes. MSNBC Morning Joe and the editor of Time Magazine, PBS Frontline. These are the type of tools that you need in order to get people to go, wow, I'm being educated. He's not selling me. This is a picture of the data import where we actually bring in the information, and you can use to any illustration. We also have a very comprehensive PowerPoint that's all scripted, and you get this along with it. And you also get the toolkit. Well, the sample files, the calculator, the videos, the documents, the pop-ups, how to set up your first case, a scripted PowerPoint, third-party videos. And I'm telling you, this TAC makes the sales process intuitive because it's mathematical, and it's extremely compelling because we lay that math out side by side, and people know we're not making this up. And even at those low numbers, it's kicking the heck out of that 401k. In addition, you get these brochures and documentation articles. This is from the U.S. Department of Labor, and it talks about 401k fees as well as the fees from the money that you put into your mutual funds. Here's another one. This is like 20-some pages long. Here's the Forbes article. Here's a new article from Bloomberg from the guy that invented the 401k, and guess what? He says the 401k's fees are killing the 401k. We provide you with marketing ideas. These are some of the best ideas we've found. Don't go out and buy leads. Pick an area. We'll help you with that as well. We also have validation videos. Here's a video from the Department of Labor telling people about 401k fees. Tony Robbins, and again, Steve Kroft. Oh, you may want to write this down. Go to www.the401kalternative.com. This is a free compilation video that you can use to help people understand. You can use it for marketing. So we've got all these different videos. Once you get the system, we also have training videos. They're very short, very simple. This one's 1 minute and 11 seconds, 1 minute and 31 seconds, a half a minute. So we're not burdening you. We're educating you. Now, I'll tell you right now, if you guys and gals out there are worried about spending anywhere from 1 to 10 hours learning a new software program, again, you just may be in the wrong business. Physicians go to school for what? 8+ years in order to make $200,000 or $300,000 a year. You can spend anywhere from 2 to 20 hours learning this software, and you can make $100,000 to $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year. So if you're opposed to educating, if you want to be like a lot of the regular agents out there and struggle, yeah, buy this, subscribe to it, pardon me, and let it sit on your desk, or take advantage of the training and the tools and everything that we have available. And again, go check out that video, the 401k alternative. You get a lot of stuff for this, a lot. And after those first 3 months, the cost to you is only $39.95 a month, unless you've met the requirements that Levinson has put into place. You close a little bit of business, and they're going to take care of the cost of the calculator for you for another year. You can't go wrong. In order to get this, now they're going to send you some information on a website to go to. I'm not giving that to you because you either have to be contracted or to get contracted. But when you go to that website, it's going to ask you your primary IMO FMO. If you don't type Levinson in here, guess what? You're not going to get this. So when you get sent over here, just make sure you fill in all the boxes, you put in Levinson, and then you'll be ready to go. You'll get an email, and we'll provide you the documentation that you need in order to download the software. It's simple. So do you want a 4-month free trial? We don't have any company out there that's doing what Levinson has done. They've stepped up to the plate. They're covering your cost for 4 full months. We're giving you the training, all of that information, but you got to get in touch with them as soon as possible and get this going. Why would you not sign up when it's free? There is no better tool in the marketplace than what we're showing you, and you've got the best IMO FMO in the marketplace that's helping you make money. Don't sit on your hands. Call up Levinson, get signed up, and let us help you. We want you, we being Levinson and IUL agent, we want you to be successful. So that's the end of my presentation. I'm going to hand it back over to you. And again, thank you all very much.
Yep, thank you, Steve. Great job. And let me just to clarify, just so everyone understands, the software is completely free for you. So we pay for 4 months, okay, and you do have to write a minimum amount of premium, which we're going to send out the requirements in today's email. It's only a few applications, obviously, depending on premium. If you use the software, there's no charge to you, and you decide in 4 months, maybe you didn't write an application, which I would be very surprised if you didn't, then we simply turn it off and you are done, or you can continue paying monthly for the software after that point. So it's totally up to you, but the point is there's no obligation, no charge, and there's a 4-month free trial. There's no reason why every agent shouldn't at least give this a shot, because we know it works. We can't attach our name to something and stand behind it if we don't think that the program works and is user-friendly. So it is great stuff, and the program does work if you're willing to take a little time in the beginning and get your arms around it. We even have a 800 number dedicated to a help desk just for you to answer your questions and help you run the calculator and illustration. So great stuff there as well. Okay.
One quick thing. At the end of the 4 months, yes, you do get charged to $39.95, but I swear you guys all pay more for coffee and lunch than that. And if you keep the program and you pay the $39.95, when you do hit the requirement of that Levinson is set up, they're still going to pay for it. So don't just go at the end of 4 months and drop it. Big deal.
Right.
$40 a month. Keep it going.
Correct. Yep. So if the premium, if you have written the premium after 4 months, we do pay for this for the rest of the year, and then you start fresh in year 2. So it's basically, we're doing the hard part. Okay, as long as you write some business from it, everybody wins. Okay, so moving forward here, we are giving away a free tablet in about 5 more minutes here. So if you can just sit tight, the 100th registrant gets the free tablet. Hopefully, you can even show the IUL software to your clients from your free tablet. So it makes things very easy. Okay, you want to talk about getting free leads or having people to talk to and share your story. We do have our Trade Up Guaranteed Issue program. So any term policies that you have written with Banner Life in the last 4 years, you can buy, or the client can purchase a new policy, 25-year term, and get the same health class that they received up to 4 years ago. Guaranteed issue, no underwriting. We even tied in a orphan policyholder lead program, okay, to this same exact concept. And once again, when you're making these calls, bring up the retirement program and the indexed universal life policies, because you never know where that road can turn, as you're aware. So great stuff there from Banner Life, and again, guaranteed issue. Joe is going to talk about some of our latest technology with our e-requirement tool, and then we have our new broker gear hierarchy tracking tool that lets you look at all of your business, all of your downlines business, all from our website, all updated in real time. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. Real quick, I want to go over the new e-requirement tool. This is actually a feature that we've incorporated into the agent back office site, which is on kerrylevinson.com. You'll notice if you go to the Forms tab, there's actually a new section called e-requirements. So this tool, again, it's completely free. It actually normally costs about $3.99 per transaction, but as a Levinson agent, you have access to use this. There's no limit to how many times you can use it, absolutely at no cost. But basically, if you've ever submitted a case, it's gone into underwriting, and then a week or two later, maybe the underwriter or the case manager comes back and says, hey, we've gotten everything, but we just need this one form, whether it's a travel questionnaire or maybe it's a supplemental form for scuba diving or aviation, anything additional to what you've already sent in. Normally you have to take that form, either go see the client, have it signed, fax it, email it, mail it to them. That all takes time away from that policy cycle time. So what we've done is with this tool called e-requirement, it actually allows you to pull that form, type in the client's email address. That client will get that form via email. They can basically e-sign and send it back to you the exact same day. So it takes all that wait time. Even if you're doing snail mail, you can cut days and sometimes even weeks off of that cycle time, because now we don't have to wait and get back in line with the underwriter. Everything can be transmitted electronically directly to the home office. Again, that is a free tool available on kerrylevinson.com. Just go to the Forms section. You can check that out and have access to it today. Also, Bill mentioned the new case status is available 24/7, again, on that same back office site through kerrylevinson.com. Like Bill mentioned, you can actually track your hierarchy, so any agent's business that's working with your agency, you can view all their production, even if it's closed or in force. You can also view all case details, so even policy premium, death benefit amount, updated rate classes. You can even actually view underwriter notes and even send a memo directly to our internal case manager right from this portal. So a great tool you can access, again, right through kerrylevinson.com. Just click on the case status tab. You'll be able to view every single case in real time.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Okay, so we have 2 slides left, and then we'll announce today's winner. Our lightning issue term. As you know, we are the first and only IMO to develop with a carrier a term product that's 100% client driven. Excellent for all social media, for all websites. The younger generation, millennials, everyone now wants to go online, run a quote, sign up instantly, and have a policy delivered in a couple of days. And that's the answer with Lightning Issue Term. So 2.5 years ago, we came out with the first exclusive version, and that was more of a mortgage-type product with a decreasing death benefit. Okay, it was a 6% decrease, but premiums were very attractive. Well, the agents all loved the product and the program that we built around it, but everybody said, Bill, this is great, but we would love to give the clients an option and offer the mortgage type term and then offer a level guaranteed death benefit term as well. So we answered those questions and came out with the level Lightning Issue Term, brand new product. It has already been launched. It's approved in about 25 states today. We have about 20 left to go. So we're hoping in a few more weeks that we'll be ready to officially launch to our agents. So we're very excited about this. It's so simple. You get appointed. You get a custom URL link that's assigned to you. Place that link on your Facebook page, any social media, on your website, email blast it out, and it's as simple as your client running a quote, signing up with only 3 health questions. They hit submit, they are done, you do nothing. You get a very nice first-year commission comparable to a typical underwritten term, plus huge renewals for 10 years. So great stuff there with Lightning Term. I suggest you get set up now, and then as soon as the level product is announced, your URL will be automatically updated. So great stuff to come. Okay, our exclusive orphan policy lead program. We're obviously very excited about this too, and this is the first time that an IMO has put together a program that can offer leads that are free, orphan policy holders, to all of our agents that qualify. So keep in mind, these will be given out at no charge to any active agents that produced at least $10,000 of premium since January of this year. And if you haven't reached the $10,000 mark yet, as soon as you do, as long as it's this year, then we will send you your leads. Okay, so we have a bunch of orphan policy holders. Now, these are from various companies, so we put together marketing programs to help you sell these leads. And these could be great door openers and great ways to share your story. So in the email today that Joe will send out, you'll see all details for the IUL sales software and the orphan policyholder lead program, and then anything else that we went over today. This way you'll get your arms wrapped around everything. And then, of course, feel free to call anytime. We now have Andrew Paris, who also joined our team as a new marketer here at Levinson. So everyone here can answer all of your questions, and we are delighted to do so, as you know. Okay, we're going to end with this. Okay, I'll say this this motivational saying here that I love, and then we'll give away our free tablet. As you know, I'm a big Tony Robbins fan and motivational guru. I love this stuff, and I think that it's a challenge for all of us day in and day out to keep our foot on the gas and stay in that positive state every single day, because our clients on the other side of the phone or at the other side of the table sense this and feel the energy. So it's important that we stay in that great state every single day. So I just saw this latest, obviously we all know Phelps has been racking up these gold medals, and I love this picture here. It shows Phelps on the left side concentrating and looking at the finish line with his competitor on the right side, not concentrating on winning, but concentrating on where Phelps is, which obviously lost him this race. My favorite quote on display in one picture. You ready for this? Winners focus on winning, as Phelps is doing here. Losers focus on winners. So let's all be winners in 2016 and sell tons of premium. With that said,